Hey, my name is Jason Elkins. I've been coaching with John Michael Morgan for over a decade. And I want to tell you why I initially was interested in working with John. It wasn't wealth necessarily, although he's a wealthy guy. It wasn't that he dressed great and had fancy cars. It was this consistency when I met with him of this Zen like behavior. I would go to see him at a coffee shop or I would bump into him there. And he never seemed stressed. He never seemed like he was panicked about looking for the next client. He was always interested in self improvement and getting better at whatever he was teaching or coaching. It was this constant focus on writing out your life and what you want it to look like and what you want it to be like. That's what attracted me to John. And that's what I feel like I've gained over the last decade. I'm a slow learner, so it may have taken me a little longer than other people, but it wasn't even the money, although that's grown exponentially since working with John. It's the relationships and the preparedness that I feel. I really feel prepared for deals. He's helped me structure them with clients. He's helped me get out of them if or not take a deal if it looked like it was going to not work for me. He helped me say no to the ones that wouldn't be a good fit for maybe my personality or where I was in business. The preparedness for adversity is also something that I feel strongly that I've gained working with John. I've had a lot of crazy things happen. We've all been through the pandemic. I've had shifts in partnerships. All these things that kind of come at you. Maybe you make some decisions and you have to figure out how to manage those and who's going to help you with that. You can't really talk to a spouse or partner. They're living their lives too. You've got to figure that out on your own unless you have a coach. That's the kind of stuff that John has allowed me or helped me with. I've noticed if I'm working with somebody and the way that they make their decisions, I can tell if they've been coached or not. It's interesting. I can make a determination pretty quickly whether someone's had their back. Someone is talked to them about what books they should be reading. How are they going to face leadership scenarios that come up? The other thing that John's prepared me for really is life. I have a great relationship with my spouse. My wife and I are going on 30 years. We've had some challenges, and it's funny to think that a business coach is somebody that you'd ever talk to your life situations about. But John's helped me think through some things with my marriage. I've got great relationships with my adult children. And all of these things kind of combined over time. When I think about how I got to be where I am, I was a salesperson. I wasn't really even an entrepreneur when John and I first started working together. And I haven't worked for somebody else in over a decade. Made more money than I ever made working for somebody else, working on my own. And I'm in a peaceful place where I'm not chasing deals or not really getting anxious about where the next thing is coming from. And I owe a lot of that to John Michael Morgan.